Welcome to Marina's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make some ricotta and spinach. I'm going to fill up some pastry, some pasta shells, and I'm going to put them in a dish. Now first of all we've got to make a tomato base for underneath and on the top. So what I've done here, look, it's quite simple, pretty quickly. All I did was put a can of crushed tomatoes. I put some basil, salt, pepper and a bit of oil, and look, in 10 minutes you've got this beautiful tomato sauce that we're going to put on the bottom of that dish and on the top. So first of all I'm going to put some on that there on the bottom just to keep it there, and I've already cooked my pasta shells. All I need is that on the bottom like that, and I'll just leave that there. Okay, now I'm going to show you. Now I've boiled 20 pasta shells. I've boiled them beforehand because I want to cool them down. I'm going to fill them with some ricotta and spinach and put layers of them there, and then we're just going to finish it off with the tomato sauce on the top with some cheese. Now what I've got here, I've got about a good cup of ricotta here, and I'm going to add half a cup of grated cheese to that. And I've got a cup of spinach, chopped up spinach, lovely chopped up spinach. We're just going to add that to all that ricotta. And we're going to put a bit of salt, and we're going to put some nice crushed pepper on it. And that's all we need for our filling. That's all we need for our filling. Just mix that all together with that ricotta and spinach. Beautiful. And all we got to do is, I went ahead and boiled my pasta shells because they take at least 14 minutes to boil. I wanted to cool them down so I could handle them to fill them up. So that's why I've got 20 of them here, and I'm going to make about 4 layers, about 5 on each across, with that sort of size of dish. So look, that was very quick, that ricotta and that spinach, half a cup of grated cheese, and it's beautiful. Salt and pepper, and you've got a lovely filling of these I bought a packet of these pasta shells, and there's 500 gram in the packet. Look at them, they're beautiful, and they have to take at least 14 minutes to boil because they've got a bit of a hard center in the middle of it, so it did take a good. I cooled them, drained them, and I cooled them down on the cloth, put them on a cloth and cooled them down. And so they're ready to get filled up. Now that sauce is very quickly, just open up, as I said, a can of crushed tomatoes, salt, pepper, basil leaves, oil, and you've got a beautiful tomato base. Very quick, 10 minutes that was done. 14 minutes was that the pasta shells cooked. Now we're going to fill them up, each with this beautiful ricotta. I'm just going to get a sort of smaller spoon to fill them up. Just put as much as you want to. Just fill them up very, very generously, like that, and then just put them across there like that. Now it all depends how many you're feeding. I've got 20 here. There's maybe about 5 people, be enough for 5 people. Just fill them up very generously, don't like that. And I'm going to put 5 across there like that. I'm going to put 4 layers. So that's beautiful. Look, they are so lovely. And it's a nice vegetarian dish also. Look, it doesn't take long to do. They will take 14 minutes to cook because of that hard piece on the bottom of it. Look, as I said, I'm going to get 5 across. I'm going to get four rows of 5 across. Look, that's plenty, look. Beautiful. And then I'm going to put some of that lovely tomato sauce on the top. Look, just go into the oven, a 180 oven. Look, I think at least 25 minutes to 30 minutes, and that'd be done. Cover it up with some alfoil. I'll show you how to do it. Look, so easy to do. Just fill them up like that. And it's a lovely dish. It's something different. Look, it's not much trouble doing that little bit of tomato sauce. Have a bit of ricotta and spinach inside. Look. Just fill them up like that, no problem. You've got plenty here. You can fill them up very generously because a good cup of ricotta. I think it was a little bit more than a big cup. Look, just put that across there like that. That dish will give me 4 rows of 5 across. It all depends how many you're feeding. Just count as many as you want to. Look, lovely. Doesn't take long at all. Cool them down so you can handle them. You can prepare this all beforehand. Look, you've got your tomato done beforehand. You can cook your pasta beforehand. You can have this all ready. All you got to do is put it together. So it's very, very quick and easy to do. Once you've got it all ready, you can just put it together. Look, no problem. And you've got enough here, so fill them up very generously. Put enough in them. You've got that nice spinach through that lovely ricotta flavour, and that cheese. I've got a cup of half a cup of nice grated cheese, Parmesan cheese through that. Look, they're lovely. Just enough. There's 4 rows there. I'm going to fit another one in there. Just keep on doing the same thing. This one broke a little bit, so he's a little bit broken. We'll put him there. He'll be okay. We'll push it up because I want to have 4 rows. I want to put 4 rows in there of 5 across. That dish is just nice for 20 of these nice ricotta shells. There you go. That's my 3 rows. Now I'm going to have 4 rows. Will be just nice, and I've used up all my ricotta and my spinach. Lovely. I filled them up very generously. They are so nicely filled up. Look, it just is enough with that ricotta and that spinach. I've got that lovely grated cheese in there. And now I'm going to put a lovely layer of tomato sauce on the top. And then we'll just have the oven on for 180. There you go. Beautiful. Just enough. Look, it's lovely. That was a good generous cup of ricotta. It was a nice half a cup of lovely cooked spinach. And look, that is just, look, it just all went beautiful. Look, this can be all prepared beforehand, like you've done your tomato sauce. You can boil your pasta shells, put them on a cloth to cool down, and have this ready, so then you can fill them up anytime you want to. So look, it'll keep, just cook it. Lovely. There you go. And that is 20 of my pasta shells filled up. Look, aren't they beautiful? And I'm going to I've filled them up nice and generously. They're all filled up nice and generously. I've got plenty film in them. Put enough film in them. There you go. Now I'm going to put some of this lovely tomato. A can of that tomato, crushed tomato, is plenty. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on top now. Just a little bit on top everywhere. You put a bit on the bottom and sprinkle a little bit on the top. And we're going to sprinkle some nice mozzarella cheese on the top. There you go. Look. And look, this is absolutely lovely. You can prepare this beforehand. Do it in the morning and then just put it in the oven at night for dinner. Lovely. With that lovely tomato. Look, that lovely tomato sauce is just beautiful. There's plenty. Just put it all on the top like that. Lovely. You've got plenty there with that can of tomato. 1 can of tomato gave you all that. Beautiful. And that's finished it all. Lovely. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to finish it off with some lovely mozzarella, shredded mozzarella cheese on top, which is make it absolutely beautiful. Oh, there you go. You need a nice handful of nice mozzarella cheese on top of that. Look, isn't that lovely? That makes a beautiful dish. Now, I'm going to put some Glad wrap on that, some baking paper. That baking paper stops the cheese from sticking to the alfoil. You know that, I've told you that before. Always put a piece of baking paper on top of that cheese, and it stops it from sticking to your alfoil. And just put your alfoil on top of that, and that is ready to go into your oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, because everything is all cooked. It just needs to be cooked all together and put all together, so that is lovely. I hope you enjoyed and try it. Look, you can get everything ready beforehand. You can get that tomato done beforehand. You can cook your pasta shells beforehand. You can have this already done up. You can have it in the fridge already done up. All you need is to put it together, and it's something quick. You can have it, I can have that ready now, and then I can put it in the oven for dinner tonight. So you can prepare it beforehand. That can even be frozen if you want to cook it, or just freeze that now as it is before you bake it, and then take it out, put it in the oven and bake it. So whatever you want to do with it, look, give it a go. I love this. Look, there's 500 grams in these big pasta shells here. Look at them, they're beautiful. And I did 20 of them there, so count them how many you want for each person, how many people. There, look, you can feed about 5 or 6 people there, so you can count as many as you want to boil, and put a bit of salt in the water and then cook them. They need at least 14 minutes because of the hard piece on the bottom of the shell. It's very thick, so, and that is lovely. I hope you'll enjoy them, try them. Enjoy your day. Thank you for watching. Bye.